Hello, everybody. Good day to you. So I'm back. I'm trying to catch up with all things Chantal. She did another video where she was eating a meal. She was eating pizza and wings, and I took a peek at it. How does she look? Well, she looks stressed. Clearly, she is stressed. She's doing a lot of stress eating. And although she is trying to play off like nothing is bothering her, clearly everything is bothering her. And there's a lot to be bothered by, and all of it is her fault. Now, I've been reading some of the comments that some of you have already left on the React I just posted. And there's been a couple of people coming forward and saying that they are under the impression or the feeling that perhaps Chantal will do what people suspect that she did before with a lot of her controversies, that she'll pay Marty off, perhaps. My counterpoint to that point is in the past, Chantal was making a lot more money, but she's not been making that money lately. Her funds have been rather low, and she's got a trip planned back to Canada. Now, Foodie is somebody that in her time in Kuwait, she's gained a lot of weight, which means she's probably going to have to buy more than one airplane seat, which means more money out of pocket. Plus, when she gets back to Canada, she's going to have to find a place to stay. That's not going to be cheap. I was curious, and I was looking around at the cost of motel and hotel rooms in Canada, in Ottawa, and other areas. Motel and hotel rooms are also not cheap. And depending on how long she's going to stay in Canada, whether it's a couple of weeks or a month or more than a month, that's going to be costly as well. So I don't know what her income is looking like these days, but considering the cost of a one-way trip back to Canada, 2 seats, possibly 3, plus the motel or hotel room that she's going to have to stay in, perhaps for an entire month, that's a lot of money out of pocket. Does she have the money to pay somebody off? I don't think so. Also, you got to consider in the cost of her food and whatever else. I don't think she has that kind of income that even if she wanted to pay somebody off, that's going to be something that she's going to be able to do. So I don't think that's going to happen. But I just wanted to address that comment, like my take on it. I don't know what you guys are going to be thinking. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section and your feelings and opinions. So back to the subject at hand, this new video. I'm not going to start the very beginning. There's no need to. As you guys know, I'm not really a big fan of watching Chantal eat. She's very sloppy and very messy. We're going to start at least a few minutes in. Plus, we're going to cover some stuff that I found on Twitter. Some of it is very wholesome and very funny. So why don't we just start with the Twitter stuff? Give you guys a reason to smile today. All right, so there's my Twitter for anybody who wants to join me on Twitter. There's my account, Wild Girl Sarah. Here's something positive from Tofu. Hungry Fat Chick Candy is down to 112 pounds from 452. She's doing great. If that's true, congratulations, Candy. As you guys know, I've been keeping up with all things Candy. I did notice she did a vlog today. I'll be taking a look at it, possibly reacting to it. But down from 452 to 412. That's what, 40 pounds? Almost 40 pounds. I'm sure she's feeling better. Candy, if that's true, congratulations. I think that's fabulous. I know you've got to be feeling good about that. The path that you're on, stay on it because obviously it's working. Okay, Lindsay, that's Lindsay with an A, says the easiest explanation of Chantal, read the rules. Those don't apply to me. Yeah, she makes up her own rules. And that's why she's in trouble, because she thinks that rules that apply to other people do not apply to her. She keeps moving the goalpost and doing what she wants to do. Chantal, you can't do that. You cannot go through life thinking you can do and say whatever you like with no consequence, because there's always a consequence. Okay, this is Cool. This is from Scary Underwater. When the sky meets the sea. I'm not sure if this is a tornado or a water spout, but this is an example of Mother Nature's power. Whoever you are in the world, no matter how big and bad you think you are, Mother Nature will always come along and say, I'm badder and I'm bigger and I'm tougher than you. This is terrifying. How can you not look at that and go, oh crap? Yeah, definitely something to stay away from. Just Mother Nature reminding us that we're smaller than we think we are. Okay, back to Chantal. Malarkey meter post from Chantal, quote, if I was rich, I'd definitely employ someone to cook for me. Foodie beauty, all you do is eat takeout. You do that now. Oh, and Salah's your maid. We've all seen him get you whatever you ask for. This is from the video that I'm going to review, so let's watch.
If I was rich, I would definitely employ someone to cook for me.
Well, you know what, Foodie? You got nothing to worry about because you'll never be rich. Never be rich financially. You will never be rich spiritually. You're bankrupt on every level that a person can be bankrupt. You could be bankrupt in other areas of your life besides money, and you are. You've got nothing but your money, and that's going down. So you can dream about being rich. You can dream about being famous. Neither one of those things are going to happen ever.
I watch a lot of private chefs on TikTok. That's what I would do.
By the way, Chantal, your plans about being rich, you're certainly not going to be rich if you keep buying subs for your main channel and Salah's gaming channel. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Lazy, I don't care, whatever. That's what I would do.
And what would it matter if you were rich and famous? You still wouldn't get a private chef. All you care about is eating fast food. You don't need a private chef for that. So even if you had Gordon Ramsay as your private chef, would you eat his food? Probably not.
And then,
If Chantal were rich, she wouldn't be interested in a private chef. What she'd want is a hot, young, good looking guy to run out and get her takeout and bring it to her and fan her with a palm leaf. That'd be her ultimate rich and famous life.
I would also have a maid.
In your case, you would need several because you're quite sloppy. So that's a clip from the video. What else do we have here? Ghost Crab says, wasn't Grandpa Funkle supposed to have his birthday on the 7th? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Chantal already had the ticket, so she'll be going. That's expensive. So a big possibility her body is squished into a plane seat fighting the clots right now. That's why not much content packing. I don't know if she's packing, but even if she is packing, what all does she have to take with her? She went to Kuwait with maybe a couple of suitcases and that's it. There's not a lot to take with her. Also, you're right, Ghost Crab. Plane tickets are very expensive, especially if you cancel and try to go later on. Rescheduling, I know one thing about plane tickets, the closer the time it is to travel, the more expensive the plane ticket. So if she canceled now, trying to go later, that's going to cost her more money. And can she afford that? And I don't think she's going to be able to get away with one plane seat this time. She had trouble the last time because she thought she could just buy one seat and then hope that nobody sat next to her. And there was this whole thing that happened of the plane being delayed for 45 minutes because she got into it with somebody because of that. So I don't know if the airline that she used, if maybe if they have a system where somebody gets flagged for acting like that, but I wouldn't think it'd be a good idea to try the system again. So we'll see if she goes back. And yes, I've heard that the grandfather that he would be arriving about this time. Can you imagine what the family's going to say to her? How they're going to react if she shows up right now with everything going on? Okay, this is from Alex is Shook. Foodie Beauty returns with a Domino's pizza video, downing approximately 1,800 calories in just 20 minutes. So I looked at this video. I can say with all certainty, look, we all know that she's a glutton. That will probably never change. What she did in this video was stress eating. Straight up stress eating. And it's only going to get worse. Much worse. The more she keeps on with Music Biz Marty, the more gasoline she throws in the fire, the more worried she becomes, the more stressed out she becomes, the more she's going to do this. Because food has always been her go-to. When she's stressed out, when she's nervous, when she's angry, this is what she does to calm herself down. So she's setting herself up for more of all of this. Okay, something wholesome from Interior Prom. This bathroom looks so therapeutic. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Who would not love to have a bathroom like that with that view? I never want to leave. It's beautiful. And here's something else from House Prom. This is the villa in the Grand Canyon. How majestic is that? That's amazing. What a view. This is from Yog. Oh, look. A mama cat not only has her kittens, but she adopted 2 orphaned otter pups, and she's caring for them like they're her babies. That is precious. That's amazing. Okay, this is from The Best. This is why it's never a good idea to be a bully and pick on something smaller than you. This guy's wanting to pick on a rooster, and the rooster's like, let me just tell you a few things today. You're going to pick on me? Let me show you how it's done. Roosters can get mean. You don't want to pick on a rooster. And this rooster is showing this person who's boss today. I'm going to come get you. This young man learned a lesson today. Don't pick on a rooster. This is from Scary Underwater. Now, I don't know about these divers, but if I saw something like that swim next to me, I'd be checking my pants as soon as I came out of the water. That great white is the size of a small boat. Yeah, like, nope. And the shark's like, hey, how you doing? And the diver's like, I'm getting out of the water right about now. Later. Here's another example of don't pick on something smaller than yourself, thinking that it won't fight back. The otters are like, you're going to pick on all of us? We're going to come for all of you. You wanted the smoke? You got it. The otters are not having it today. Okay, back to Chantal. Florida Salt and Sass says, we told her to shut her fat mouth. We told her to step down. She got snotty and smug with Girl World, and yet she now blames Girl World for all of this when she's been an absolute antagonist to that channel. Yep, she sure did. Alex Shook says, if you had 5 minutes alone in a room with Chantal, what would you say? My answer, absolutely nothing. I would say nothing to her. Because why? Why say anything to Chantal? Would anything that I or anybody else would have to say make a difference? Whatever words anybody could say to Chantal, she's not ready to listen. So why bother? I wouldn't say anything to her. Just complete silence. I don't care what happens to her. She doesn't care what happens to herself. So what's the point? Perfectly Imperfect says, she wants that 100K. She thinks people will subscribe to her channel to chat, but her mods and Salah are blocking them. FYI, I really think she's buying subs. I believe so too. I believe she's buying subs for her channel and possibly Salah's gaming channel as well. For some reason, she's preoccupied and obsessed with numbers. Although the numbers going up does not mean more people subscribing to her channel and sending her super chats or even to his channel, but the numbers are very important to Chantal. Okay, so let's go over to the video she did. Let's switch gears and go over to that. And here she is. And as I said, I'm not starting at the very beginning. There's really no need. We're just going to stay a little bit and then dip out. So we're starting from here. You guys can see what she's eating. That's a lot. Pizza and wings. You guys can watch her reaction too while she's eating. She's stressed. She's bothered. She's trying to hide it all. It's not working, Chantal. Just because you're not talking about it doesn't mean we don't notice that you're bothered, but let's go.
Must have been a huge, chubby chicken. Mm.
You know what another big tell about this video is? She loves to eat. She absolutely loves to eat. That's her most favorite thing besides getting attention on YouTube and having people watch her. I don't get a sense of joy from this video. Normally when she sits down to eat, she's happy, she's in her element, she's in her groove. There's no joy here. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of silence. A lot of, I don't know what to say. I can't think right now. So I'm just going to sit here and eat my meal and try to think of things to say.
I'm trying to plan with Salah some more content for our couples channel.
Honestly, I think that couples channel, it's a done deal. It has to be a done deal. She's got to go home soon. It's over 100 degrees outside. What exactly is she going to do with Salah for the couples channel? Before it got hot, they were having trouble finding things to do together, given the heat and her lack of mobility. What are they going to do? What other locations can they show us where there's nobody and they won't get in trouble for filming? They've shown us everything they can. And I think as far as the couples channel, they've hit a stalemate with, we don't know what else to do together. We don't know where else to go. Chantal doesn't want to really move and do anything. So they've run out of ideas. And I did notice during this video, there's an awful lot of jump cuts. I don't know why, but there are. So what's up with that, Chantal?
Because we finally hit 10,000 subscribers over there. Thank you guys.
Well, that's probably because you bought subs.
We want to plan something for that, but we'll see. See how it slips? I'll see if that fixed it.
Geez, jump cuts everywhere.
I opened it up a bit. So yeah. Thank you guys so much. Really means a lot. Mm. This looks so weird. Okay, I'm never wearing this combo of hijab ever again. I like the black ones. Hi. You kind of look like a nun or a patient.
You know, Chantal, I don't think anybody would ever mistake you for being a nun, ever.
Mm.
You know, she is just going after her food today with such a ferocity. I'm telling you, this is stress eating, y'all. If you've been there, you know what it looks like. She is stress eating. This is what it looks like. She's stressed, she's bothered. She doesn't want to admit that she's stressed and she's bothered because she's obsessed with making sure that no one gets a one up on her. Just too busy being concerned with being victorious over people on the internet, complete strangers.
Mm. I don't even know if the Domino's in Canada has stuffed crust where I'm from. I can't remember. I used to order more of my pizza from like Pizza, remember? Pizza has a really good garlic dip. That's what I miss.
By the way, my apologies to anyone on my channel. You might get grossed out by her eating. Look, I don't like it either. But she eats while she talks. If there was some way to avoid the food, I would, but the two are intermingled together.
Mm. Good.
By the way, Chantal, you could eat a million pizzas. You could eat 1,000 wings. None of that is going to make the mess that you've made go away. All that's going to do is make you more unhealthy. And judging by the look of your hands, how swollen they are, how swollen your feet are, you're just making your physical situation worse. Everything in your life that is messed up, it's a result of bad choices and bad decisions that you've made. So you can sit there and eat your pizza and your wings and whatever else you can conjure up today. The fact remains, at some point, you have to go home. And you're going to have to deal with your mess, all of your mess, the mess with your family, the mess with your health, the mess with your taxes. It's all waiting for you. Trying to hide in Kuwait is not going to last very long. You're going to have to deal with it at some time. And you're not trying to make it any better by hiding from it, from escaping from it. What are you going to learn? That the only way to deal with a problem is to deal with it. Running and escaping does not make a problem go away. And you've got a lot of them that you are just piling on top of each other.
In my last stream, I had some members renew their memberships. It was like it was like 26 months, like over 2 years. I can't believe, like, I swear, time just flies by, doesn't it? This barbecue sauce is good. Mm. Ah! Hijab. Okay, hijab. Enough is enough.
You know, it's so sad to me that Chantal is concerned about two groups of people. She's concerned about how people hate her on the internet. And she's concerned about catering to that 25% in her audience. They come onto her channel looking for her to eat food for their enjoyment. She's got more concern and thought about them than her own family. And again, this is on her. Concerned about people that she should not be concerned with rather than the people that she should be concerned with.
Quit playing. Oh my gosh. Never again. I'm going to dip these in barbecue. Mm. What is this? Oh. What is that? Barbecue is kind of spicy. And dynamite sauce too. Don't feel like eating ketchup on my pizza today. Normally I do, but I love green peppers. Mm. They're so good. ASMR.
No, it's not ASMR. This is definitely not ASMR.
Man. Speaking of ASMR, people are getting so creative nowadays with it. I look like a flaky pastry. I can't fix it. It's broken. Anyway. I saw some ASMR where it was like these people take these jars of liquid and roll them downstairs until they splatter. I don't know. I don't even like the sound of that. But some people must because they get a lot of views.
Yeah, there is an ASMR community, and it's just like with any community. A lot of people, in order to make it in a community, they step up their game. They improve the quality of their videos, they improve the quality of their content. You should take notes because you want to be part of a community and yet you're not stepping up your game. Just as you're doing this video right here. You want to do mukbangs, yet you haven't paid attention to the mukbang community and what they're doing, how they've stepped up their game by 1,000%. You think getting on camera and just eating regular fast food and making boring conversation is going to get you a lot of money, and clearly it isn't. Clearly. But in true Chantal style, you want to do something where you don't have to work and you get paid. So you're happy with a little bit of money, although you could make a lot more if you just put some effort into it.
I swear. So this is a medium pizza.
You are so stress eating. Dipping everything in the sauces, eating at the speed of light like you haven't eaten food in the last 4 or 5 days. I'm telling you, Chantal, you can't lie to one of your own. Somebody who's been there, somebody who's done that. I'm seeing you all the way over here. This is stress eating. You can drop the facade. Just drop it. Take off the mask. You're stressed and you're bothered. I can tell by the look on your face. I can tell what you're thinking right now. I've gotten myself into one huge pile of mess and I don't know how to get myself out. I have kicked The biggest hornet's nest in the world. And now they're out and they're swarming around me. What do? I got to go home soon. How am I going to deal with that? You're in your side your head, you're spinning right now. And you're trying to calm yourself down with this food. Let me tell you something. That pizza, those wings, there's no solution for your problems in either one of those. Never will be. No food item that you could eat is going to offer you a solution to your problems. None.
And I look ridiculous.
Well, you are ridiculous.
It really is a good thing I'm not concerned with how I look. I don't know how people live. Like some people.
Huh. If you're not concerned with how you look, then why do you use the filters? I'm just curious. I don't care how I look, she says, and yet she makes sure to have those filters on when she does her live streams and she does her videos. So apparently you are concerned with how you look. And you're doing your best to hide certain things using the filters. Although I will say those filters aren't hiding as much as you think. And neither is the hijab and the abaya. The more you try to hide something, the more it shines right through.
People are so stressed. They get legit super stressed if they have a hair out of place. I could never live with that kind of stress.
But you are living with it. And this is how you're coping with the stress right here. You are stressed. And I'm okay with that. Because you've been an offensive, awful creature for the last 4 or 5 years. And you've hurt people, and you've doxed people, and you've embarrassed people. And you neglected your pets. You're an awful, evil human. All you're doing is reaping what you sown. You planted a toxic harvest, a toxic field of just seeds, you're going to get a toxic harvest. All the chickens are coming home to roost. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it because you got to learn. You need to learn. You've been saved from a lot of your messes before. No one needs to save you. You need to deal with your crap. Your family doesn't need to save you. By saving you, they're stopping you from learning. You need to learn.
So I just don't care. The less you care, the less you stress.
Well, you care and you're stressed.
That's how it goes, nonetheless. Yes, I think I'm smart.
But you aren't. Because a smart person wouldn't have done a lot of things that you have already done. A smart person wouldn't have gotten involved with a crackhead and paid over 40 grand for him. A smart person would never have done that. Gotten involved with that person, paid their bills, paid their rent, bought their groceries, gone on little trips with that person. Smart people don't do things like that. You've done that. Smart people wouldn't fly to another country barely knowing another person. There's a lot of things you've done that are not smart. I don't know why you think you're the smartest person in the room when you're clearly not a smart person. You've been on YouTube for what, 5 years? Made a bunch of money? What have you got to show for it? You don't even have good health. You can't even look at us and say, yeah, I was dramatic. I did those things. I was offensive. But here's why. I've got a nice car. I've got a nice home. I've got money in savings. I'm really, really healthy. I'm traveling the world. You can't even justify what you've done saying any of that because none of that is true. You've always counted on the fact that YouTube will always be there and you're always going to be making great money. How's that money looking these days, Chantal? You're hurting for money so bad, you're doing cameos. You got involved with somebody and you invested in a business that you knew nothing about and that you don't even own. These are not the actions of a smart person. And more recently, why would somebody who is smart kick a hornet's nest of a different community thinking that's a good idea? It any intelligent person would say, nope, I'm out. Not you though. Not you.
Mm. I love the pepperoni. See, if I were in Canada, I could not eat this
But you will.
pepperoni
You will.
because it's made from pork or Domino's. It's not halal. I could find a halal pizzeria, I guess, but sometimes you crave like a specific style of pizza, you know? Mm. Mm.
I'm rolling my eyes the fact that she uses the word craving. Everything that you eat is a craving. I crave this, I crave that, therefore I should have it. You can crave something and say no, but she never says no to herself. But every meal is a craving.
Mm. So log got pepperoni. They had a really good deal, like 2 medium pizzas, a huge bottle of soda. No soda. 2 medium pizzas, big thing of wedges, chicken wings. I gave him half, and then a whole bunch of chicken bites and some dip sauces. And then you get like there was like a coupon for Domino's for like 5 KD off, which is like $25. No.
Chantal, nobody cares what Salah eats. Nobody cares what you eat. Nobody cares about the amounts. Your problem is that you think your obsession with food, that we are just as equally obsessed with food, and we're not. And that goes for the majority of people in your audience. They are not food obsessed either. When are you going to get it through your head that your obsession is not everybody else's obsession? And that's why we find it boring. And that's why people complain about your content. You are so incredibly boring. You'll sit there and you'll eat a meal and talk about other food. This is your video. It's not even that long. It went on for 20 minutes and some change. You can't find something else to talk about while you're eating? Anything at all?
About $20. But you have to spend 10 KD. So it's like half price.
Who
That's a good
cares?
deal. I get excited when I see deals like that now. Before, I never used to care. Like I've said, in a previous.
Only Chantal would get excited over finding deals on fast food. Maybe she's happy about finding quote unquote deals on fast food because that means if she finds something fairly cheap, she can eat more fast food. But only she will get excited over finding deals on fast food.
Mukbang. Especially if you're getting ready to travel to multiple countries.
You never will. That's never going to happen. All the talk about you and Salah traveling to other countries, not going to happen. Really not going to happen. mainly because you keep eating up all the profit if there is a profit. Whatever money you get, you literally eat. So how are you going to have money for travel for two people if you keep doing that?
You kind of want to try to save on things like food, and takeout. And
You're not saving money. Look, I looked up one of her meals because I was curious. Chantal keeps saying, "Oh, we found a good deal." I looked up the cost of the sushi meal. It wasn't that cheap. When you do the conversion from dinar to Canadian dollars, it wasn't that cheap. It was the same price as if you ordered fast food through Postmates, so it's not that cheap. And considering how this one eats takeout 2, 3 times a day, that adds up. She's easily spending $40, maybe $100 a day, the same as what she was doing in Canada. So, how is she saving money? She's not.
I hate cooking.
And that's why it's so expensive. If she cooked food, it would be cheaper. If the fast food thing was like once a week or twice a week, she would be saving money. But she eats fast food every day. And she'll use the excuse with Salah of, I have to eat fast food for my videos. That's what people are here for. So, of course, that big idiot is going to go along with it because if she said, this is what makes money on my channel, he'll say yes to it because he gets a kickback. He gets taken care of. So, where exactly is she saving money if you order nothing but takeout every day? Sometimes 2 and 3 times a day.
I've come to that decision. I hate cooking.
You hear that, Salah? That means she's going to eat all of her paycheck. You guys are not going to travel. You're not going to go anywhere. Just forget about it. Not a possibility.
If I was rich,
You're not. Never will be. Not happening.
I would definitely employ someone to cook for me. I watch a lot of private chefs on TikTok. That's what I would do.
Knowing Chantal, if she did have a private chef, like Michelin star quality chef, knowing Chantal, she would go to that chef and go, can you make me a gourmet nashi or gourmet burger? That's what she would do.
Lazy, I don't care, whatever. That's what I would do. And then I would also have a maid.
That's interesting that she said that because when she was at the villa and the place was disgusting, people were suggesting to her repeatedly to have some maids come in and clean the place up. And if Chantal had been smart back in the day, as she claims to be, she could have done lazy right. With the money that she was making, she could have had everybody do things that she couldn't do or wouldn't do and been living in a clean home with her pets taken care of, with everything taken care of. Just hire people to do the things that you can't do or that you won't do. If people suggested to her, get some maids, have them come in, clean for you, she wouldn't do it. She said that she was ashamed of the way her house looked. So she's talking about she would have maids come in, but yet she's too self conscious about herself and about her environment to let anybody in to see what's going on. So the whole maid idea, I doubt that she would let that happen. She won't keep things clean. She'll keep it a pigsty and yet she won't let somebody come in and fix it.
Honestly, like with the price of food these days, it's like, I don't know. Even in the Western world, it might be even cheaper to order out with certain things, you know? Like,
I disagree. Cooking at home is always cheaper and better than takeout. We all do takeout once in a while. That's normal. When you sit there and you add up the cost of takeout 2, 3, 4 times a day, that does add up. If she's spending $120 a day on takeout, that's a lot of groceries. 120 bucks would easily buy me more than what I need for a couple of weeks because I'm being smart with my money. But how can takeout be cheaper than eating at home? It isn't. It's smarter to do the stuff at home.
than to buy groceries. Groceries seem in crazy, like crazy prices. Unless you eat nothing but beans and like rice. Which I guess is healthy, but I need veggies.
This is her making excuses why she doesn't want to eat healthy and eat regular groceries. In her mind, it's cheaper to eat takeout. It's not cheaper, it's more expensive to eat takeout. And the takeout is more expensive in the long run, not just financially, but as far as your health. Because if you're not taking care of your health, you're basically setting yourself up to go to the hospital. And how expensive will that be?
Pizza. Mm. I cannot eat no more. How can I? Am I full? Mm.
The fact that you sat there and just asked the camera, "Am I full?" That means you're over full. And yet you're not saying no. Chantal, it is possible to just save a little bit of that pizza for later as a snack. You don't have to eat it all in one sitting.
Just a little piece, maybe. And then I'll be good.
Are you eating all the pizza because you don't want Salah to have a piece? You got to eat it all yourself to make sure he doesn't have one single slice. Don't worry, I don't think he'd want to eat after you.
So, that's about it. I'll save the. Just taking out the cheese. Mm. I'll save the rest. Not much left, but whatever.
So her video is just about over. I didn't get a sense of joy from her doing this. Normally, she's really, really happy when she eats. I didn't feel any happiness here. Not at all. All I felt from her was her trying to self soothe herself using food and nonsense conversation that was basically worth nothing. So if you're feeling stress right now, Chantal, imagine the stress level when you got to come home and you know you got to face the music and you're going to have to face it. So the big question remains, are you going to make things worse or better from here on out? I guess we'll find out later.
Dynamite sauce is spicy.
Okay, she's pretty much done. I don't know if there are any comments on this video since she just posted it. Let me refresh and see real quick. Oh, doggone it. Okay. I don't want to watch her intro. Oh my. Uh, Eddie says MBM won't stop until you're crying in a Canadian jail. Listen, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know how far Marty wants to take everything, but I know as long as she keeps kicking the hornet's nest, it's never going to be over. Let's see. Of course, she edited the comments, leaving only the good ones. And of course, here's Salah in the comments saying, that meal was extremely delicious. How would you know, Salah? You weren't eating the food. She didn't let you eat any of the food. She ate it all. Okay, so that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Look forward to hearing from all of you. Hope you have a wonderful day and please take care.